Hey, I'm Cassadee Pope. I just released an album called Hereditary, and I'm here hanging with Buzz.
They say how good I'm sounding, it still gets my heart pounding. Thinking of the time I wasted, baby. These days I'm perfectly fine. I don't crave you whenever I'm high, and I know that I don't have it all figured out, but I do more than hate you now.
This will probably be, if I'm counting correctly, with all the albums I've ever done, this is the 10th album. It's also my first album solo being back in rock music, so it's kind of it's a big deal for me.
You showed me what it was to cry. There's nothing where you used to lie. This conversation has run dry, but that's what's going on, and nothing's fine, I'm torn.
I don't mind when people mention that I won The Voice. You know, it's a part of my journey. It's a part of my story. I remember going solo after The Voice, and people would still refer to me as the lead singer of Hey Monday. And, you know, I wouldn't have done any of those things if I just wanted people to forget that ever happened. Like, that's unrealistic, and I'm proud of what I've done. I do think people know me for different reasons. Some people think of me as the woman from The Voice, and some people think of me as the singer from Hey Monday. So I'll take it, you know, as long as they know who I am. That's the good thing. After doing a show like The Voice or any show like that, you're tasked with, you know, separating yourself from the show as an artist. And hopefully people, yes, remember that you did the show, but you want to stand alone from the show. So, like, I think I've done a decent job of that. I'm proud of all my accomplishments since the show, but, like, I also am always grateful for that experience. I would totally go back and, like, I mean, I would never probably be asked to coach, but I would totally do that. I've been like a consultant once, which was really cool. I've been back to sing my songs. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely hard to make sure that you, you know, have your stamp on the industry, like, beyond the show, and I think I've done a good job. Oh, I would tell the girl who auditioned for The Voice that this is just the beginning. Like, I felt like in the moment that was the end of everything. Like, I thought that was like the peak, and when 4 chairs turned around, I was like, that's it. I can die happy. And that was just the beginning. So I would tell her, yeah, strap in.
You were a bullet that I dodged, a sickness that I never caught, a building burning down, and I could see that now. Your way with words is pretty till eventually their ugly letters came on out, and I can hear it now.
I remember a couple of years ago, I released an album that was like a hybrid of country and pop punk. It's called Thrive. I was really proud of that album. It didn't quite do exactly what I wanted it to do, and I started to listen to country music less. I started to just be pulled back to rock music. There was just something in my gut and my heart that was pulling me. Eventually, it became more of like a personal thing, more of a belief system thing. I was not aligning with a lot of what country music culture stands for, and I was speaking out about things, and people didn't like that. So, like, all of it together was just really making it very apparent that I needed to make a switch and go back to pop punk, where I got my start in music in the first place. So it just felt like the right time. It felt like it aligned with my heart and my mind. And I've just been very fulfilled. I feel very authentic in doing this and being back in this genre. I've been embraced. The album's doing great so far. So I don't know. I feel even if it didn't do well, I would still be happy. You know, I'm much happier in this genre. I think country music has a lot of great things about it. I think there's some amazing songs. There are some amazing stories. You know, Shania Twain, Garth Brooks. It's just like amazing what country music has done for music in general. But I do think, especially in the way things are now with country radio and how important it is, anything that you're missing, whether it be the color of your skin, gender, you know, what you're saying in your songs, sonically, if you're signed to a major label who can put a bunch of money behind you, you know, you're already at a deficit, and it works against you in so many ways. And I'm still a fan of some country music. I'm definitely not dogging it and like blacklisting it by any means, but I do think there's a lot of issues internally and politically within the genre.
I'm perfectly fine, I don't crave you whenever I'm high, and I know that I don't have it all
the focus track for the record, More to Me, I have a music video for it. I just did like a performance video because the song means a lot to me lyrically. It's about letting go of resentment and deciding that you're not going to let the anger consume you of someone else who hurt you in the past, and how freeing that can be. So I really wanted to just like focus on the emotion of the lyric. I got to shoot it in Nashville with an amazing director, Erica Rock, who does a lot of my stuff, and it drops today. So I'll be in the YouTube chat. I like to lurk and bother everyone in there. People don't expect me to pop in, but I always try to. And yeah, I'm excited to have some visuals out for the record too. It definitely is interesting looking out into the crowd and seeing my demographic. You know, I can tell the people who've discovered me from The Voice. I can tell the people who've stuck with me since Hey Monday. And I can also see the newer fans who are, you know, maybe a fan of Taylor Acorn, for instance. And I had a song with her who have discovered me, and they're much younger, and they're, you know, they've got like the dyed hair and stuff. So I also think I'm like re-engaging the old Hey Monday fans who sort of lost touch with me for a long time because they don't listen to country music. So the audience is always like a very cool mixture of a lot of different ages and demographics. It's really cool. There's a lot of fans who will message me and be like, I listened to Hey Monday and I didn't know that you were the girl from Hey Monday, which is awesome. I think that that's like only a great thing. And then when they put two and two together, I think it makes my story even more weird and interesting because people like just can't imagine that I'm that same person. I can't either sometimes. But yeah, it's nice to know that people are like keeping up with my story and are discovering new things still.
Homecoming, I'm coming, my sweet mistake.
Yeah, I mean, Hey Monday was my first like real professional endeavor in music. I mean, I grew up singing. I took lessons from 4 years old, and I was singing, you know, to tracks and stuff at different fairs and festivals in West Palm, where I'm from. And eventually, I discovered rock music, and I wanted to be in a band. So I played in bands all through my like pre-teens, and eventually I formed Hey Monday, which we got signed to Columbia Records, and we went on tour with Fall Out Boy. And the interesting thing with Hey Monday was like we were one of the few bands during that time that like pop punk sound that were signed to a major label. There were only like a handful, and I felt like we kind of skipped a few steps. So when things started to slow down for us, it didn't feel the same as it might have been for a band who's like been in the trenches and has built their fan base from the ground up for years and years. Like it felt like very terrible when all of a sudden we weren't on tour and we weren't like the label's top priority, and it just felt very crappy. So the band just happened so fast, and then that's why I think we like fell so fast.
I get it, you don't wanna see me around. Turn your back when you see me out. Tell your friends I'm just a ghost. I knew you hated me, but I didn't know how bad you wanna erase me. I'm 6 feet under, baby.
So this is I Died, the music video for a song that I did with Daisha McBride. I discovered her on Instagram. She's a local artist. I hate saying she's a local artist. She's local to Nashville. And I just discovered her on Instagram. I loved her music, and I DM'd her. I just said, would you ever want to do a pop punk song with me? Like, let's write. And she said yes. So we got in the studio. I brought in the title I Died because I feel like sometimes breakups just feel like a death when like one or both people just decide we're going to pretend each other doesn't exist. It's a very big jolt and change in life. So I wanted to write with that aspect in mind. I wrote my verse, I wrote the chorus, and Daisha was kind of like in her own world, kind of like doing her own verse and listening to what I was doing so she wasn't replicating anything. And when it was time for her to, you know, show us what she had, it was literally perfect, and like there were no tweaks. What she wrote was what ended up on the record, and literally our vocals that we recorded that day that we wrote the song ended up on the record. And then I love working with this director, Ed Pryor. He's done a bunch of my videos, like People That I Love Leave and What the Stars See and Almost There. And so I hit him up like to do this song because I felt like he would really understand the aesthetic. He's an emo kid at heart. So I got with him to talk about the idea of Daisha and I kind of leaning into being ghosts and haunting our exes and making these like creepy VHS tapes to show our exes and haunt them with, kind of like Blair Witch meets Hot Topic. So we went into the woods outside of Nashville. It was very creepy. I'm a wuss, so when the fog got too dense and I was like, I couldn't see in front of me, I got a little freaked out. But I love the end result, and I love the like blue hue of the video. I think Ed is so talented, and Daisha was such a trooper getting out there and getting with the ticks. And we just had a great time, and I love the way it turned out.
I won't be reaching for you, no, I don't cry now. When I think of all the time I wasted, baby, these days I'm perfectly fine, I don't cry.
I do feel like I'm gonna stay in pop punk. I mean, this is something that just feels good, and I really gave it my everything in country music for 10 years. You know, it wasn't a short stint by any means. So I'm not just hopping around genre to genre. I think I'm gonna be here for a while. If anything, I might jump and diversify my career as far as like creativity. Like I'm writing a lot more for other artists, and that's in pop and rock and hopefully country coming up soon. I'm acting. I'm working on some really cool business things that I can't say yet, but like I'm just where yes, I'm an artist, I'll always be an artist, but I want to diversify my career and I don't know, build a legacy.
Know that I don't have it all figured out, but I do wanna hate you now. Yeah, these nights can tear them apart, no more questions, watching the dark, I guess.
So in the future, I get to tour with Mariana's Trench in the fall. I'm direct support for them, and Peo, I think is how you say her name. She's opening the tour. I'm playing When We Were Young Festival, which is a big rock festival in Vegas with Hey Monday in October, and then I'm doing the Emo's Not Dead cruise in February with Hey Monday. I have maybe like another release of the album in the fall. I haven't announced it, but you're getting like I haven't even said that much yet, so you're getting exclusive there. Another like merch item that I haven't announced yet that'll be cool. Some collaborations that are coming out on other people's projects, and that's that for now. I mean, I have other things I want to say, but again, it's all in the works. Yes, on social media, I'm at Cassadee Pope. They all are verified. And that's Cassadee, Pope, P-O-P-E. Hi, my name is Cassadee Pope, and you have just been buzzed.
Shovel in your hand, baby. If you all night.